Hi loves! So I wanted to update you guys on our trying to conceive journey. It's been a while since I've talked to you all about it, and I just keep getting questions, so I want to just open up to you guys and be honest about everything that's been going on. So in April, it will officially be 1 year of us trying to conceive. We started off feeling pretty optimistic. I've mentioned this before. I always had this weird gut feeling it was going to be hard for me to get pregnant, and I guess that gut feeling was right. This is something I haven't talked about because the story sounds very weird, but it's exactly what happened, and I feel like weird things happen when you're trying to conceive. But I want to share this story because I do think that other people have gone through this. So although we weren't getting pregnant, probably in like May, I had this weird gut feeling that at the end of August, I was gonna find out I was pregnant. And I was like, that's crazy, like why would I think this? And I kept just like brushing it off because I was like, it's my mind like trying to play tricks on me or something. But the thought kept popping into my head. I would even have dreams of me finding out I was pregnant at the end of August and then telling friends and family like on Connor's birthday in September. And I just kept having like all of these like such realistic dreams around the fact that I was finding out I was pregnant at the end of August and then like telling people in the months to come. So fast forward now to the end of August, we had a girls trip planned. So we get to the girls trip and one of my friends pulls me aside and is like, I have to tell you something. Well, she ends up telling me that she was pregnant, which I just want to add this in here. I am so happy for her. I know God is going to bless me someday. God has blessed me already so much. And there's just no reason to be jealous of somebody else or to be unhappy because somebody else has something that maybe you want. I was freaking out, so excited for her. The weeks to come, we did lots of baby talk. We went to some stores, like just did all this like fun stuff revolving around the fact that she's pregnant and like just that she's having a baby. And by the way, her baby is due in like a month and I cannot wait to meet him. He's going to be adorable. I was also supposed to be getting my period in I think like 5 days. So when I got home, I was thinking about how my friend is pregnant and I was just like, this would be so cool if we were both pregnant at the same time. We had always talked about how cool it would be to like just be pregnant at the same time and have kids. So my period has never been late except for one time, which was right before our wedding. And I think it was just because I was like overwhelmed with everything going on. So my period was 2 days late and I had made this pact to myself to not take a pregnancy test unless I was 3 days late. So the third day comes, still no period, and I just started crying my eyes out because I was like, I'm pregnant. Like, I just know I'm pregnant. Like, I had gained weight, my boobs were so much bigger. Like, there was just so many things that were adding up, and like then I was like, I had all these dreams and this feeling, and I was just like, this is it. So I go to the bathroom again, probably like an hour later, and I have very light spotting. So then I just like keep going to the bathroom and I keep checking, and I would have like no spotting and then like very little spotting. So I was like, all right, let me just take a pregnancy test and see like what is happening. I take a pregnancy test and the test comes back with a question mark. It doesn't say, it's supposed to say either pregnant or not pregnant, but it literally just came back with a question mark. And that like put me over the edge. Long story short, I ended up getting my period and I was pretty devastated for a little, but then I was like, it's okay, we'll try again next month. The next couple months come and go. I got this weird feeling again that I was gonna find out I was pregnant in December. Again, I don't know why I was getting these feelings, but I was just like, I know I'm gonna be pregnant in December. Again, I started having these dreams I was pregnant, dreams of telling people, like all these things. So I get a text from a friend, like we're now in December, I get a text from a friend asking to hang out. And now I was supposed to be taking a pregnancy test in 2 days, or I was supposed to get my period in 2 days. So I was just like nonstop thinking about it inside, and I was like, I'm so excited to take this pregnancy test. Like, what if I am pregnant? So I meet up with my friend and she tells me that she's pregnant. Again, I am so happy for her. the baby is going to be the cutest baby in the world. Like, I'm just so excited for her. I truly am. But it hit really hard for me because it was now the second time that I had this extreme gut feeling that I was going to be pregnant. I was having all the dreams. Again, I was days away from getting my period, just like the last time. And then somebody else tells me that they're pregnant. And I was just like, God, what is up with this? Like, why are you making me have these dreams that I'm pregnant just for somebody else to tell me that they're pregnant? So after going through that, I started to blame myself for not being pregnant. Someone had kept like making comments to me saying like, you're not pregnant because of the things that you eat. And I feel like it really got to me. And it made me like do the blame game where I was like, oh my gosh, this person's right. I'm not pregnant because I'm eating this and I shouldn't be doing this. And I feel like it just got to my head way too much. Me blaming myself and my diet for the reason that I wasn't pregnant yet was just not okay. And I don't think that I should put that pressure on myself. And it's hard too because although like my husband could have an equal part in this, for some reason I feel like it's more of a me thing. Like I feel like if we're not pregnant, it's because of me, it's not him. Speaking of him, he finally got tested. When he was growing up, the doctor told him that there was a chance of him being infertile or just having a lot of fertility issues. So they said that when we were trying for him to come back and get tested, so we went to the doctors, he got tested, and it was actually really funny because we were so nervous. The doctor called back and was like blown away with his results. They were like, your results are better than normal. And they're like, we haven't seen results this good in so long. And they were like, honestly, like shocked at how good his results were. And it was funny, and he was just like so excited about it. He's like, yay, I'm good, da, 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 da. So that was definitely really encouraging. As you guys know, I did the at-home testing from Let's Get Checked. All of my stuff came back great except for my prolactin levels. The nurse said that I shouldn't really like take that as my prolactin levels are bad and this is causing infertility. She said that I need to retest because I told her I was like extremely stressed out while taking the test at home because I just wasn't getting enough blood, and I was just like, I thought I was gonna faint, like it was bad. And she said that very well could have affected my levels because she said stress is something that really affects it. So she told me to get retested in April. Obviously, I'm not going to be going to the doctors now to get retested. So I don't really know. It definitely could be me and that could be the issue, but also it might just be a timing thing with God. We're still very excited for the day that I find out I'm pregnant and I have a baby. But I think right now we've just changed our mindset to let's just be young and just have a really fun time. And like if it happens naturally with us not having to change our diets or worry about coffee intake or whatever, let's do that. And I think that we both feel if I were to get pregnant just very unexpected, like obviously we're still trying, we're not going to stop. But if I were to get pregnant in a way like that, we would both be so much happier than me getting pregnant in a way where it was like a month where I was like, okay, I can't eat this, I can't have this, at this time I have to do this. And I just think I would be so much happier and he would be so much happier. The last time I talked to the doctor, she said once I go in for my 1-year appointment, we could start talking about me taking Clomid to become pregnant. And this is a whole other topic with like taking Clomid, IVF, all those types of things. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with this whole thing. I still like would love to become pregnant. I just think that after so many months of trying and like visualizing my life with a baby and it just not happening, it's like my brain is so tired of thinking about that it's like I just don't even want to think about it anymore. So that's just kind of where my mind's been lately with this whole situation. I don't know, it's hard. It's definitely not anything easy to go through, and I think the best thing for me throughout all of this has just been like completely unfollowing baby pages or unfollowing family vloggers and things like that. And it's not that I'm trying to avoid babies in any way, shape, or form, but I think that constantly seeing that, it was just not healthy for me. And I feel like I'm in a very good state mentally. I feel like my mindset on having a baby is very healthy, and I just feel a lot better. But it's still easy for me to get triggered by like certain emotions and things like that. But if any of you guys are going through this and going through infertility, just know that I'm always here for you. I try to answer all of the comments on YouTube, and my inbox on Instagram is always open. I've thought about so many times making an Instagram page where we can all help each other, but also I don't know if that will be beneficial to me right now, because I just don't want this to be something that like overtakes my life. I feel like it needs to be something that I am aiming for and trying for, but not something that's just like all I breathe and think about. Yeah, so like I said, if you guys are going through this, just know I'm going through it too. I'm always here for you, and you are not alone. When the timing is absolutely perfect and right, we will have our babies. My mom and dad actually had a really hard time getting pregnant with me. It took them 8 years to get pregnant. They didn't try any sorts of like pills or like IVF treatments or anything like that, but it did take them 8 years. And sometimes it's, one of my friend's moms had told me too, sometimes it's not about you, but it's about your baby and what's going to be best for their future. If my parents had me right after my sister, I wouldn't be with Connor. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys. I have no idea where my life would be. So I just think that that's something really great to remember. And I don't know, I just feel like God has very different paths for each of us. So we just need to keep focused on our path and just trust in everything that He has planned for us. But I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy, and I will talk to you guys next time.